Hello tonight and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Tonight we have a nice tournament for you. It's the second game in a match against in this No IM WW tournament. I'm just going to hand it over to our commentators here so we can get started really quickly.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Smash Mac, and with me is Condor.
Hey, how's it going?
I said, hey, why not?
All right, so getting ready to start here. We've got two great No I'm Wrong Warp runners, Dotzo versus Tixl.
We're about to start.
Both these guys are going to be running on Wii Virtual Console, so they're doing the exact same route. I believe the 1.2 route.
Right.
So just wait for them to get started.
Here we go. We're starting. Race will begin in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Awesome. Looks like we're underway here. Looks like we've got a 6-second head start on Tixl, but that's fine. We'll keep a note of that later on. So this category is essentially any percent, but you're not allowed to do two tricks. Item manipulation, which encompasses actually 3 different things. RBA, BA, which is reverse bottle adventure and bottle adventure, and get item delay. Those all fall underneath the umbrella of item manipulation. And then there's another trick, huge trick, that you are not allowed to do in this category called wrong warp. Which is essentially it's a pretty convoluted thing to explain, but basically what you're doing is you're manipulating entrance index and cutscene offset pairs to take you somewhere that's completely unintended, which, as you can imagine, breaks the game a lot. So they're not allowed to do that. They're going to do everything they can besides that, though, to complete the game as fast as possible. So there's not going to be any variation between these two players since they're on the same. They're going to be doing the same route, same console. But it should be pretty cool to see what kind of strats they employ in their runs.
Yeah, personally, I like to watch races between different console types. It's cool to see the routes diverge and come back together, but I think we're still in for a pretty cool race.
Absolutely, definitely agree with that. Perhaps we'll see some more variation as the tournament goes on, but this is a great route to follow, and it's extremely well. It's not as crazy as it used to be in terms of bump count, specifically choose, but I think it's pretty scary later on once you get towards Gerudo Valley with the bomb count on this route specifically. So we'll see how these guys fare later on. All right. So first 5 minutes, give or take, is pretty standard. They're just going to do rupee route. These guys are going to be collecting the sword and Deku shield so that they can get past Pokey and into Alright, so while we're in this maze here, we're collecting rupees, and afterwards we'll collect a few more, just so that we can buy the Deku shield. Typically, this run is give or take an hour and a half. So they're just going to do one race. So shouldn't be much longer than that. These guys both have pretty solid PBs. Tixl has a 118 and dotzo has a 123.11. Yeah, Tixl actually has a 118.23, which is a very, very solid time in this category. So these guys both definitely know what they're doing.
Dotzo grabbing the grass and missing the.
Oh, that's right. I did miss that.
Little setback, but missing bridge clip.
Yeah, so it's gonna take about a maybe it's like a 5-second detour if you have to. Well, it's about 10 seconds actually if you fail the bridge clip. Detour to get that little rupee maze there for the blue reap. Meanwhile, we've got Tixl. Sorry, his name was Greg. I almost called him Greg. We got Tixl doing the west over to Pokey to escape. Looks like he gets the clip. He's gonna be getting a pretty nice time here. There we go. Very good. So we got a 5:15 escape. It's good. And dotzo also gets the west.
Dotzo going for west escape, but ending up taking Pokey escape as the backup.
Yep. Yeah, he went for the west escape there. Ends up getting about a 5:30 escape, which is pretty good for a race. Alright, so these guys are going to be getting the ocarina, which we'll be seeing used here again in about 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes or so. Free ocarina is pretty used, specifically in 1.2 version of this category. Actually, you know what? This is also used for a owl skip, but I don't know if they're going to go for it later on.
Oh yeah, the castle owl skip.
Yes, exactly. The castle owl skip. Don't know if these guys are going to go for it or not. We'll see later on. Should be pretty interesting. I believe total time saved if you do all the stuff that comes along with it, including this. Yeah, they didn't go for the little baby Hess there. They didn't go for the Hess there. Well, if you go for, there's like a little S that you can do here to skip the out. But if you get all the time save, I believe it's like 18 seconds faster than not doing it on VC.
That's more for the time of day advancement than anything. I suppose it's fast just to not talk to the owls in general, but time of day passing is a big advantage.
Alright, looks like Tixl's getting the west to skip the owl. It's not too difficult of a trick, but there are frames involved, and if you miss, makes it bad. So let's see if dotzo gets it, and he does. Nice. Awesome. So they both got that owl skip there. And Tixl's going for the cuck. Yeah, okay, so he's not. He went for the cuckoo dive there. And looks like dotzo's going to go forward as well. Normally what we'd have to do is wait for Navi to come so that we could dive using her text that comes up. But with the cuckoo, you save about 4 seconds.
Looks like we'll be seeing Navi dive as backup from dotzo.
Yep, there it goes. Navi dive from dotzo. Alright, so far, Tixl's got about 20-second lead on Dotzo.
Nice first cycle by Tixl.
Very nice.
Well,
I think
it's not out of the water yet. There
not
we
out of the
go.
water yet. Oh, he's got the west, low water west here. That's, if you do it unbuffered, saves about 2 seconds on not doing it. So that's a nice little optimization. Looks like Dotzo unfortunately missed first cycle. He's gonna have to wait about 23, 25 seconds. Oh, no, he's resetting. He's opting not to.
Targeting that thing there can be a bit of a pain in the ass. He looks like he lost his angle from it.
Yeah, the text is very it's unfortunately placed, so. Meanwhile, Tixl is escaping the bottom of the well and about to head back into Hyrule Field towards Market. Alright, Dotzo gets the inverted camera here. Let's see if he gets this. Nice. Very nice. Alright, so Dotzo gets Ocarina Dive, so he's going to be getting shoes here. The shoes are extremely important in this route. Later on we use it for a trick called Spirit Hover, and we absolutely need to chew at least one chew in order to turn around, which is critical for the hover to work. Alright, so we got Tixl heading into Market. Dotzo is going to be getting caught by the Walnut. Wait. Okay, yeah, he's... Okay. Didn't understand why he got hit there.
I think he might be taking damage to... He'll probably take a little more when he jumps off the bridge and then avoid having to hit the...
Ah, yes, right. Avoid having, yeah, the stall children. Okay. That's smart. Even though I'm not really sure how that's going to affect any time of the day. Okay. So Tixl's going to go ahead and do the setup here to do a seam walk up here. This is right now the fastest way to avoid the guards. And then he's going to do a damage boost into Zelda's castle. Dotzo is going to go up here and collect 60 rupees. And then he's going to get a few more rupees once he enters Hyrule Castle Town, so that later on he can get the shield. As you can see, Tixl already has the 80 rupees for the shield, so... Alright, looks like he entered right on top.
Yeah, very clean child segment so far from Tixl.
Yes. I don't want to jinx it. Let's see how this last couple guard patterns go here. You can skip these guys by doing frame perfect side hops, even if they're looking at you, but the moment you mess up any of the side hops, if you get caught, you have to do the whole thing over again. So depending on where you get caught, I mean, you can waste anywhere from like probably 15 to like 45 seconds. It's kind of, it can be bad. Well, he gets it, so it looks like he's going to be pretty even with his PB even here. Yep, it's 1.8 seconds behind. That's really good for a race. It's insane, actually.
Looks like Dotzo also going for the seam walk.
Yep, Let's see if his his went really well actually. His went better than Tixl's. He probably saved like 2 seconds on Tixl there because Tixl got the stutter step a couple times.
Yeah, not an easy thing to line up, but very, very good on his part. Tixl did lose a little bit of time.
Ooh, lining up with the box there. That's actually a smart way to do it. I've never seen it done that way. Oh no, but he misses the he misses the damage boost. So now what he's gonna have to do is do a backup strat. We're pulling these boxes. He'll be able to do a Chew Mega Flip. So this is not something that's actually available as a backup on the N64 route since we don't have the Deku Shield. And you need the Deku Shield in order to do like bomb tricks, has any sort of like mega flip, mega side hops. So he was able to save it there. Probably lost only about 17 seconds or so. It wasn't too crazy.
Yeah, again, on N64, making that mistake would lose you a lot of time.
Definitely. Making that mistake would rely on RNG, and then if you don't get the right RNG, you'd probably lose 3 or 4 minutes. Oh no, Dotzo got caught by one of the last guards.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, unfortunately, this category for child section is pretty brutal. But once you get past it, I mean, you're definitely getting way more into the action of the category, and lots of exciting tricks to come. So we're going to be seeing that here soon with Tixl. See if Dotzo can squeeze past these last two guys. Alright, he's going to take the safe route. So that guard there on the right can sometimes stop right there in the middle. And if he does that, you lose time. So he got pretty lucky with that last guard coming all the way up. Alrighty, so looks like Dotzo's talking to Zelda, and Greg's getting ready to do input cutscene skip here. So let's see if he gets it, and he does. Very nice. That's also called ZL cutscene skip. So Zelda's lullaby. So what he does there is he dies on a specific frame that also starts the cutscene for when you get Zelda's lullaby. So now he has Zelda's lullaby, which is absolutely necessary for picking up magic later on, which is needed in order to shoot a light arrow to stun Ganondorf. So that's literally the only reason why we did all this so far, was to get was to be able to get magic, essentially.
Yeah, so much work, so many cutscenes to sit through, all to shoot one arrow.
Yep, so much work. I have a friend actually that calls the child section for No I'm Wrong Warp. He calls it just running errands, basically. Alright, so we've got Tixl coming up here in Temple of Time. He's going to be doing a trick called DOT skip, which is Door of Time skip, dot skip. Let's see how it goes. He's got 2 frames to work with here. It can be pretty straightforward, but if you miss it, you do end up losing about 20 seconds. Let's see how he's going to go. Alright. And he gets it. Nice. Awesome. So he's going to be getting like a low 18 Master Sword here. Very good for a race. It might even be like equal with his PB. Let's see.
I was half expecting him to go for it unbuffered, so when it froze right there when he paused, I almost thought he got crushed by the door. Then I remembered that's not a thing that happens.
Right.
With this.
Yeah. All right. So Tixl picking up the sword 18 minutes and 26 seconds into the run. That's really good for a race. So Let's see how he does for upcoming part here. He's going to be going over to he's going to be heading over to the graveyard, pick up the hook shot, and then do Shadow Temple. Shadow Temple's got some pretty cool tricks. So cool tricks that can make you lose a minute if you mess up. So let's see. All right, dotzo got the letter from Zelda. Let's see if he gets a skip. Nice. All right, so dotzo gets the Zelda's Lullaby skip as well for the cutscene. So he's gonna be doing the exact same thing that Tixl just did now at this point. It's going to be interesting to see what dotzo does here. I wonder if he's watching the race and knows how far behind he is. Like if he's going to go for unbuffered dot skip or what have you.
So I'm not too familiar with the VC route. How many, since he's down a Chew, how many will he be having now for Spirit Hover, assuming he doesn't lose any other?
He should have 3 if I'm not mistaken. It also, well, let me see. So he's got to do 2, 1. Yeah. Spirit Hover should be 3, which is more than enough. But well, we're gonna have to see because there's other areas for him to still waste choose. I mean, we don't want that to happen, obviously, but if it does happen, as long as he has 1 left, that's all that matters. He could do Spirit Hover.
Yeah, that's true. Bomb Hover's a little bit more tricky than Chew Hovers, but still very, very doable.
Yeah. And what makes Spirit Hover so important is it saves 3 minutes as opposed to going through like the temple or just doing everything else that you would normally do in this category. So, all right, looks like dotzo picked up the Master Sword 21-28, I believe. So, honestly, it might seem like a lot given the length of the category, but it's really not, considering the rest of the tricks that can happen. Like I said before, Spirit Hover is 3 minutes alone, so it's still anybody's game.
Alright, Tixl out of cutscene now, making his way over to Shadow Temple.
Alright, awesome. So now the fun begins for Tixl. I'm going to be heading over to get the the hook shot first, and then after he gets the hook shot, he's going to be heading into Shadow Temple. But not the way that anyone that's never seen this category done before is used to seeing it done, or just RTA in general for this game.
Tixl not baiting the Poe over to knock him out of the grave pulling animation. Only saves a little bit.
Right. I didn't even notice that, actually. I'm so used to actually seeing everybody do it. It's interesting that he doesn't do it.
I noticed you went around on the right side too. I think both the runners in the last race were doing that. Or no. No, I was just watching a different race earlier.
Oh my god. Alright, he didn't get crushed there.
Oh,
You can
that
get
was
crushed right there.
so close.
So terrible. There's nothing worse than falling in this race or getting crushed by a door. Alright, so looks like Tixl's getting a 51 in this race. Not bad considering he got hit by a frame. I think he got hit by 2 flames actually, which are roughly 2 seconds each. So not a bad time. Nice. So Dotzo's out of cutscene now too, so he's gonna be heading over here to do this exact same thing.
Do you know if taking right side Dampe is actually slower? It seems safer as a race strategy since you have less chance of getting hit by fireballs when you.
It's slower, but not by much. Like, it's definitely frames. And it is safer. So you just don't even want to bother with getting hit by a flame. Take that route.
Especially in a race.
Absolutely. So what we've got here is we've got Tixl doing a trick called hookshot jump. We've got 2 frames to push the hookshot button while in the invincibility state, and then it flings you up here, and then you get on this seam here, and you can walk all the way towards where the Shadow Temple's entrance is. But it's different looking because it's unloaded. The door is unloaded. The area is loaded, but the door is unloaded. So you're able to just side hop right into the loading zone. So he is now inside of the Shadow Temple. Didn't have to worry about firing any torches or using Din's fire, so it's a good skip. We've got Dotzo coming into the Dampe race here, doing the old Poe manipulation. See what time he gets here. Alright, so while Tixl cleans up this part, kills Dead Hands, and to get the hover boots now, Dotzo's actually on pretty decent pace so far during the Dampe race. Okay, so what Tixl's doing here is a new addition to the boat skip trick that was found, I believe, April 28th, April 27th of last year. So if you haven't seen this category in about a year, you're not used to seeing boat skip done this way. It's much easier overall. All it requires is a pretty precise mega flip. It also works with a mega side hop, but most everybody does mega flip. So right now in this unloaded room, he's at the boss key door that you can't see, and he's going to do what's called a boss key skip to just end up right in the loading zone behind the door, which looks like he got it. Nice. So he got that. That's probably like one of the big 2 glitches that scares most everybody.
Yeah, a long way back if you mess it up, and also huge hit to your Chuka.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I didn't notice. Okay, so apparently Tixl did an unbuffered show drop for the Mega. That's really good. The Mega is a frame perfect input, so it's really good. All right, nice. So dotzo gets the hook shot jump. So it's good. Now he's on the seam heading over to Shadow Temple. And Tixl is cleaning up Bongo Bongo. Pretty straightforward fight. All you have to do is just hook shot both of his hands and get ISG. And just wait for him to charge after you. Well, technically you store a jump slash then get ISG. You want that ISG to have that. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were talking about the mega flip in chat. My bad. Apologize. Alright, so let's see here. dotzo's actually good on health. He doesn't need to really collect much more health, but I guess he's just doing it to be super safe, just in case he fails at one.
Also, just gotta point out, Tixl now on pretty decent PB pay.
Yeah, I haven't seen this guy stream, to be honest, in a while, so this is pretty unexpected. He's currently 26 seconds ahead of his PB, so that's pretty solid. Greg is the... yeah. Okay, so got dotzo doing the exact same setup for boat skip.
Smart to safety save there before going for it, especially in array.
Absolutely. Nice, so dotzo gets the clip out of bounds. And he fails the unloaded movement. That's really unfortunate. He has to reset. Probably lost about a minute there. That sucks. All right, so meanwhile, Tixl is going to head over to Dodongo's cavern to pick up bombs. So he's en route for that right now while we're watching dotzo going to be doing the boat skip again.
Alright, dotzo making it over to the boss door platform, doing guano walk movement. Wasn't sure if he was going for that last time or the rolling method. Ooh, that's
unfortunate. Yep, he dropped the
not ideal.
Definitely not ideal. He dropped the chew a frame late, so yeah. This is the category, man. This is what happens. Especially during races. That's why Tixl's display earlier was so it's really good. So Tixl just kind of navigating his way through Dodongo's cavern. He's getting pretty close to getting the bombs here. After he gets bombs, he's gonna head over to get magic in Death Mountain Trail.
After getting bombs, the route gets a lot more freed up with its explosives, so hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of Hessing and altogether really clean movement.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Way more fun around that area of the route. Lots and lots of bomb tricks. So it looks like dotzo is really just trying not to waste any more bombs, which, I mean, it makes sense because he's already down one chew for Spirit Hover. So once you start getting like that 1-2 chew Spirit Hover area, it's kind of risky.
Yeah, I don't blame him for wanting to reset instead of keep going with just less.
Okay, so Tixl's going up this he's going up here with these Scotulas. These guys are they're all RNG based. So I mean there's manipulation that you can. He got pretty good pattern there. So gotta play Zelda's Lullaby in order to get the Great Fairy out, and it's gonna be getting magic here.
Alright, dotzo finally nailing boss key skip. Let's hope for a clean bongo fight.
Good. Alright, so yeah, like Condor was saying, it's really not over. I mean, if he dies to Bongo, he's gonna have to do everything over again. So let's hope that the fight goes clean so he can just get out of here. And yeah. So Greg just finished picking up. Oh, sorry, Tixl just finished picking up magic. He's gonna be heading over now to Sacred Forest Meadow.
Very close right there. Dotzo
He
almost got hit by that hand.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Oh, and not
man.
getting the first cycle.
This fight is okay. Okay. Okay, Bongo's dead. Very good.
Jeez, I had my breath held that whole time.
So it turns out you can just jump over Mido there. If you get a specific angle and you just pull your hook shot out, spam backflip, jump right over. So he's in Sacred Forest Meadow now. He's going to be doing a cutscene skip to get the Minuet Forest song, because he's going to need it later on. He's going to die on a specific frame, just like the Zio cutscene skip earlier as a child. To collect the reward, but not have to worry about sitting through a cutscene. Nice, so he gets it. Very good. So there's still quite a few tricks left in this this run that can even it up, believe it or not. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's never over with this category. Seriously, even once you're in the very end game, there's still RNG and all kinds of things that can definitely have you lose time. So looks like Dotzo's collecting the Shadow Medallion here, and we've got Tixl is going to do this trick here called a Hess, hyperextended super slide. Far faster than backwalking, and I think this is the first time we really get a chance to see this in this route. So he's doing this to get over to the Gerudo Valley entrance, because he's gonna be heading over towards Wasteland and Spirit Temple.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see another Hess across the bridge here. If Greg is feeling risky or confident. Not risky at all if you know what you're doing, I suppose.
Yep. Looks like he's got it.
There we go.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Yeah, if you fall there, I mean, you're wasting minutes. That's it. So to do the S across that bridge is it's the fastest strat, and it's the most like scary strat as well. Because if you drop the Hess while over the bridge, the run's over for sure.
Greg getting ISG going for the new gate skip clip should be interesting. I know he was having trouble with that not too long ago. I was doing practice races with him, but he said he was going to practice it. We'll see if it paid off.
Looks like everything's good so far. Oop. Nice. Very nice, he got it.
Gets it.
Very good. Greg having a pretty solid run overall. Yeah, he's still on PB pace.
Yeah, that was probably good time save over his PB. I think his PB is old enough that it doesn't do the new gate skip, so pretty good looking run on Greg's part. Like you said earlier, Dotzo being pretty far behind, but the run's definitely not over yet. Dying to Rovo sets you back a really long way. Have to go through pretty much the entire temple over again, and you have to even go through the beginning since you can't hover again.
Oh yeah, dying to Rova is the worst thing that can happen in this run for Tixl. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but hey, we'll see. Okay, so Dotzo collecting bombs, and Tixl's going to get ISG off of this Gwei here coming. Coming eventually. There we go. Nice. Alright, so this is not to go for Gwei hover. You can do a hover off that Gwei, but he doesn't really need to, honestly. He's got more than enough explosives. Looks like he's got the first part of the trick down. So Only got to do a few more hovers here. Probably even just 2 more. Yeah, that should be good enough. I don't know. 1 more hover safe. Okay. Very nice. Alright, nice. Gets the backup on the seam. And now he needs to hookshot the treasure chest. Very, very nice. Alright, so he gets up here. That's like the scariest part. Doesn't opt to go inside the loading zone, though. Ooh, he misses the first attempt at the super slide. Dang. Okay. He's got 1 more attempt. Alright, he gets the super slide. Let's see if he gets the... Nice. Very good. Wow. Alright. So, that was all to get the mirror shield. Very, very solid mirror shield time. 45:28. That's not bad considering he messed up the super slide the first try. So now we've got Spirit Temple from the mirror shield. He's got to fight against a Snuckle here. Let's see how he cleans this up. So one thing about this Knuckle, never want to attack Knuckles from their back because they do this quick slash that is like very, very quick and will kill you. So he avoids going all the way to the back of the Knuckle and attacking it as a rule. So these guys here, he's killing them so that he can get bombs. He needs to refresh his bombs because he used all of them in order to do Spirit Hover. So it's RNG based. I believe they're 50% each on the Armos. So let's see how his RNG fares. Oh my god.
Amazing. I don't know that I've ever seen all of those drop.
I think I've only seen that once. That was insane. Okay. That was really good. Alright, anyways.
Greg's movement through this room here to kill all of the enemies. Very good. Sick. Little tricky to do without hover boots.
He doesn't even need that pot. Yeah, he just hookshots the pot just anyways for the hell of it. He forgets that he must have forgot that he already had basically max bomb count. You don't need more than like, even if you have like 14 or something at this point, you still have more than enough. So he's gonna be doing statue climb here. Man, he's knocking this out. This is very good so far. Unbuffered nice. Jump slash. If you miss that jump slash, you fall all the way down and waste like 25 seconds. It's not good. So now he's gonna do low ground clip to okay, got the staircase hover. So this 4-frame window, and he hits it. Awesome. So very, very solid statue climb and BK skip.
Dotzo going for the oh yeah. Nice. Oh, going for the glitchless.
Went for the glitchless strat. Very interesting. That's the way that the runners do that in glitchless. So safest. Oh my. Okay, I thought he was gonna get hit by that blast there from the.
That was very close.
What the heck was that, dude? All right, so Tixl's gonna be fighting against Nibiru. There is a strat that you can do against Nibiru. To do the cutscene skip. Saves like 23 seconds, but we'll see if he goes for it, because honestly he doesn't really need it, but would be pretty cool to see it. I think he's gonna go for it. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. Alright.
At this point, I think he's going for PB as much as he is winning the race, so he's probably gonna go for all the fastest strats he knows how to do.
Yeah, he's and he gets it. Ooh, very nice. Man. Yeah, this is one of those tricks where if you fail it, you waste like 6 minutes. Like you lose 6 minutes of the run. That's it.
Yeah, that's true. High risk, moderately high reward. Only saves a little bit of time, but it matters when you're as high ranking as.
Absolutely, yeah. At this high level, you don't really care. Like you're gonna do everything, even if it's riskier or not. Oh, okay, looks like Dotzo did the super slide, which super slide same speed as the Hess. Only thing is you have to hold shield, so you can't really change direction. Well, you can, but then it goes down to regular like S position speeds. It goes
Yeah,
to
it looks
slow
like
Hess
he
position
dropped
speed.
the. Looks like he dropped it when he went for the angle change there, but he's still coming in decent with the back.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So apparently, what happened was he dropped the Hess before. So now we've got Tixl entering into the twin robot fight. First phase, it's pretty RNG based.
Opposite platform.
You can manipulate them to a degree, but it's really just kind of based on the RNG gods. So let's see how this fight turns out. Got Dotzo opting to do the mega side hop across the bridge. Safer strat, but it's still pretty fast. Dang, I looked away for a split second. Was that a double for Tixl? I honestly didn't see it. I wish I would have caught it. I was looking at Dotzo's.
Oh, I actually missed that too.
Alright, apparently it was not a double. Alright, so Tixl having a pretty standard first phase fight here. Second phase is pretty straightforward as long as you don't miss one of the beam reflection shots. If you miss one, then it's pretty RNG based and you can waste a lot of time. So it's pretty easy not to miss one, so hopefully we don't see that.
Curious to see if Dotzo's going for bombless. Oh, and he is. Lots of runners here will do the mega side hop clip to do the gate skip. Also very nice end of the fight there from Tixl.
Yeah, Tixl's got a very good run here. He's actually 37.5 seconds ahead of his PB. Yeah. Alright, so Dotzo making his way through Wasteland. See how he fares with doing Spirit Hunger. Looks like Tixl golded Spirit Temple. So that's amazing. Tixl's managed to get 2 golds during this run. Got 1 gold at bombs and 1 gold at Spirit Temple, so definitely having a really good run. He's almost 56 seconds ahead of his PB at this point.
Tixl was actually on PB about a week ago in a run and ended up dying in Ganon's Castle, so hopefully we don't see any horrible tragedies like that going on.
Yeah, hopefully. Definitely an opportunity to die in Ganon's Castle, though, and lose a lot of time, so we'll see what happens. It's not over. I mean, Tixl's still got to go through Forest Temple, which, I mean, you could lose minutes there as well. At the smallest little things that you would never think you could lose minutes.
Yeah, very true. easy to get surrounded by Stalfos, and they can set you back a long.
Oh,
Probably one of the
absolutely.
highest damage things in the game outside of bosses and Iron Knuckles.
Oh yeah. Yep. Stalfos turn no game. Oh geez. All right. So Dotzo fails Spirit Hover. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to go to the temple. So he doesn't have no more choose, so he can't go for Spirit Hover again. So we're gonna get this temple. All right. So Greg entering Forest Temple here, does a little side hop shenanigan there.
Dotzo with a bit of a late hookshot pull doesn't end up clipping into the block right there.
He could have done Spirit Jump, but he had to wait till nighttime for the Skulltula token delay. Alright, so we got Tixl entering into the first Stalfos fight. So these guys do two hearts of damage for jump slashing and 1 heart of damage for normal slashing. So he gets through the fight, but if he would have gotten jump slash once, he would have died and probably lost PB.
Yeah, it looked like he was very close to getting hit on one of those jump slashes, but pulls through. Luckily to these ones, I mean, it's still definite time loss, but dying to those is definitely preferable to dying to the ones right before bow, making you have to do the entire temple over again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think dying to those guys makes you lose like 3.5 minutes.
Nice damage boost, only 2 pauses. Very good.
So Tixl's going to be employing the ground jump to clip through these blocks and get on top of them. And right here he's going to do a pretty scary skip. Gets it. Awesome. Yeah, if you fail that grab there and you fall down, you end up losing about, I think it's like 50 seconds or something. Something dumb. Because you have to go back around and then you have to do the ground jumps again. And it just wastes so much time. So that was probably like the last big trick in the temple that he had to do besides fighting close.
If you're not familiar with the category, Tixl actually just skipped 2 Navi text pop-ups that it goes pretty unnoticed unless you know that he's doing it. 1 trigger at the start of the Twisted Hall, and then 1 trigger at the end. Also going for extra health right there. I was very scared for him, so glad he went.
Absolutely. Might as well, since it's right there anyways. Just jump slash into it. pretty scary last Staffels fight, but he gets through it. Looks like Dotzo picked up the mirror shield, so he's going to be heading over to kill these Armos, and I wonder what strat he's going to employ. If he's going to do the super slide, spirit BK skip, or if he's going to go for the same BK skip we saw Greg do, Tixl, with statue climb and low ground clip. So we'll be able to see that here in a second, depending on which room he goes in. It's decent bomb RNG. Looks like he's farming Armos again. Don't typically have to really do that if you intend on going the statue climb route, so let's see what he does. Oh, and he gets a bunch of Armos. That's always nice. Yeah, so it looks like he's just gonna go towards, oh no, wait, he already did this part of the room, that's right, so he doesn't have to do that room again. Gonna be going for statue climb. So
I wonder where he grabbed the key then.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't understand. Maybe just muscle memory. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Muscle memory is probably a big part of it. I've found myself doing some old strats myself.
Yeah, it's the repetition, you know? It just gets to you after a while. So, while Tixl is inside of the light arrow cutscene, you can pay attention to see if dotzo gets his here. Slow ground clip, he's got 2 more frames to buffer. Alright, there we go. So, oh, okay, he's going for big red to be safe. You can actually do it on big blue as well, but some people opt for big red as their favorite frame. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So apparently second blue there works just before the last small reds. It's good to know. I think it's based on your, like, if you have good height, you need to have the best height in order for those frames to.
I wonder if we'll be seeing Nibiru cutscene skip from Dotzo here.
We'll see. Looks like he's going for it.
He probably knows that at this point he's got to get all the time save he can to have a chance at this race.
Absolutely. Ooh.
Very close there.
Oh my gosh. That was too close for comfort. Probably like a 1/10 of a second left. He probably would have gotten slashed by no.
Let's hope for good RNG here for Dotzo.
Alright, so Tixl gonna be going to Gan's castle here. This cutscene is gonna be finishing up in about 15 seconds. Gan's castle is definitely nothing to sleep on. Can absolutely die in there in multiple ways. Looks like he has 4 hearts as well, so one slash from any of the knuckles will take him out. If you die to the knuckles, you lose roughly a minute of time, so let's see what happens.
Dotzo scaring the crap out of me, looking at the one wish very late into when the other one was about to fire, facing away from. Looks like he's got first phase down though.
Oh my goodness, that shield pull was late. I don't know, it scared me. Pull after the hook shot that he did.
Yeah, closer Rover fight than I would hope for, but he still gets through it, so let's hope he's got a good forest temple, and hopefully he's not completely out yet. Still plenty of opportunity for this to balance out towards the end.
Absolutely. And Tixl is entering right now. I mean, we've seen people lose minutes to trial skip, so let's see what happens.
Now I think we'll probably be seeing a staircase hover trial skip from Greg here.
Yep, there goes the guy's G. Now he's making his way over to the side here to do the staircase hover. And he knocks it out easily. Very nice. That's a trial skip right there. Skipped having to do the trials. Oh no, he didn't let go of his charge spin in time. Wasted a little bit of time there.
It's possible to kill them both in one charge spin and one quick spin if you get all of the hits off on it, but looked like he got hit out of holding his charge spin too early.
Had a very solid Staphos fight though to kind of even it up. And looks like Dotzo is collecting the spirit medallion, so he's going to be heading over to Forest Temple. Greg's Knuckles fight was very, very well done. That was a great fight. So he's only got really Ganondorf to worry about at this point. And then the fabled rock RNG.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll be seeing Hess up the stairs. I'd assume so. There he goes. Oh, gets the fast.
It's the fast. It's probably losing about 5-6 seconds there.
Yeah, not too
crazy.
back.
Yeah, I'd have to say overall, that was a decent tower climb for him.
Dotzo also opted out of getting the extra heart container, so hopefully he gets a clean forest. Accidentally jumps on the roof there, but just a small.
That was pretty funny to watch. I haven't seen that that happen.
Yeah, I've only seen someone land on the roof like handful of times ever.
Alright, so let's see how Tixl's Ganondorf fight goes here. Ganondorf is no slouch. He's ruined tons and tons of runs, including several of mine. Very, very solid. Very solid fight from Tixl.
Alright, let's hope for good rock RNG for Tixl here. Two easy places that this trick right here can get messed up are right at the beginning during the setup part, and then also once you're hanging from the ledge. Very easy to get hit by a rock and it'll just throw a wrench in the whole thing. You'll have to get back up and start from scratch, or even worse, get knocked off the ledge and void out, losing a heart. Looks like Dotzo might be going for the clip here. Probably trying to save bombs. Interesting. And Greg gets rock trolled right as the bomb's about to explode. Now he doesn't have enough health, so he needs to kill himself.
Oh, geez. See, this is the category again. This is the category. So.
Now I didn't see. Did that rock even leave a shadow as it was falling above him? Because you can pull yourself up in time if you see it, but I don't know. It looked like it might have been too far off the ledge to even leave a shadow.
Exactly, it was too far off the ledge, so unfortunately there was no indicator. You can save yourself by rolling up, but yeah, it's just really unfortunate. Probably lost like 45 seconds because of that, but well,
yeah, I hate to see it. I don't actually know. Still might be possible though.
Absolutely. I don't know if it's 45 seconds. It might be like 30 seconds. He can still get a PB though. Regardless, this race, like this run for a race, is absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is a amazing race run. Let's see if he gets the kiss. And he gets it. Very nice.
Nice, but looks like Dotzo picked up the fairy bow here, so now he's gonna enter into lax after this save reset. Just to answer the audio question, I think the reason why we're not switching audio over is because Tixl is actually using his microphone on his stream. Nice. So the reason why we super slide into this cutscene here of Ganondorf coming out and turning into Ganon is because we're able to hold shield, and as long as you hold shield, normally what would happen is Ganon swipes away your sword, so you're forced to fight against him with light arrows. Also bombs on his tail and hookshot works, but that's obviously really slow. So as long as you hold shield, you don't actually lose the Master Sword. You can just fight him with the Master Sword. So it's the fastest way to do it. So let's watch and see how this fight goes. And he died.
Oh, that is not good. Probably can no longer get PB, but he's still looking pretty good for winning the race.
Definitely can no longer get PB, but still gonna be sub 120. That's very, very unfortunate. Yeah, that sucks. But this is the category. Dotzo is catching up, that is correct.
Two kisses in a row. Just gotta point that out there.
Nice. Saving the frames. Okay, so looks like he's got exactly 2 bombs to do the super slide. So let's see if he gets them. Again, if he misses the super slide, he has to fight Ganon without Master Sword first phase. So it's pretty slow, but it's definitely doable. It's pretty slow though, and it's very dangerous. Nice. Alright, he gets the super slide back into Ganon. So let's see. Oh, this is actually not gonna sub 120, by the way.
Now, if he dies here again, he's gonna actually have to go through all of Collapse because he does not have any bombs left. Unless he picks up more, you can bait Ganon into hitting some of the environment and they will drop bombs, but a little bit slower. He is unlikely to do it for that reason.
That would make the run really, really interesting, actually. Like the race. Really, really interesting.
Yeah, it would actually be very close if he ended up having to go through all of Collapse again. Assuming everything goes very clean for Dotzo. to just now getting out of Wax, so hopefully he has a good Ganon's Castle. We'll see. I just noticed Greg named his character Dotzo.
Just as a shout out, you are able to shield Ganon's attacks and light arrow him in the face to stun him for 5 seconds. Like if you target and shield Ganon, you can do that.
There we go.
Just throwing that out there.
Greg wrapping up the fight.
All right, he wraps it up. Nice. So it looks like it's gonna be a low 120, or sorry, high 120. Nice. So
yeah, Dotzo wins the race.
Dotzo Greg wins. So it's Tixl that takes first in this race, 1:20.52. Very solid time for a race. Played very, very well throughout the entire run, with the exception of getting trolled by rocks, which led to I'm just gonna blame that, which led to the Ganon die, the Ganon death, because it's hard to play through that. The mentality, you know, like just knowing that you've gone through such a great run and just getting destroyed by RNG is really hard to fight. So Dotzo just finished doing trial skip, so let's see how his climb for Ganon's tower is. But yeah, definitely congratulations to Greg. Thank you so much for the race.
Yeah, congrats to Greg on the win. Let's hope that Dotzo can make it somewhat close. Also getting very, very bombarded by those Stalfos there, making me nervous, but comes through. Clean double knuckles there too. This has been a pretty good Ganon's Castle so far.
Thanks for the GG Connor. Oh, hello friends.
Oh, hey Greg. Welcome to the chat.
Hey, what's going on, Greg?
Thanks for commentary and restreaming, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you guys had fun.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for the great run there. Sorry about the sorry about the old good old rock RNG.
That was so sad.
I wasn't even mad. The Ganon death, I was just like, yeah, whatever. But the rock troll was a little upsetting.
Yeah, sure. It's like, you know, you go through so much trouble to do so well and go through all of these hard optimizations only to get destroyed by a rock.
I got to
pretty frustrating.
Dude, Valiant was like in my chat, he's like, alright, if you see a shadow, hold up. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready, I'm staring. And I got hit by the rock that wasn't even over the platform. It was a rock that fell next to the edge and hit me in the back. And I was like, ah! I
Yeah, we
literally
were
couldn't even
just.
prepare for that.
It's funny. Me and Condor. We were just discussing that
Yup.
earlier. Condor brought it up, and I was like, yeah, there was definitely not a shadow there. So, yep, just a good old taste of the old RNG, man.
I was even talking about it in Lax. I was like, yeah, all right, I can do this. I just Rock Troll is gonna be. I gotta watch out for Rock Troll. So I jinxed it. I had a gold bomb split, a gold spirit temple split, and I saved time every split up through Ganondorf, which is pretty
Yeah, that was a very nice run, dude. Hopefully we'll see another one on PB pace in your next race, huh?
maybe. We'll see.
Man, I haven't seen you play in a while, and it looked like your consistency was as if you just did a run before the race.
Okay, I did do a run. How many hours ago? A couple hours ago. Condor and I did a race just for fun earlier today. So I didn't go in completely cold. So I
Yeah,
wouldn't
probably about 5 hours ago.
Yeah, something like that.
That's still just really good performance, like very impressive. I mean, even with the Ganon death and the Rock Troll, you still got a 1:20:52. I mean, that's a really sick time for a race, to be honest. It's really good.
Thanks, dude. I just happened to play really well for once. Probably won't happen again, but it's cool. Did you guys enjoy commentary? Was my gameplay entertaining enough?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was lots and lots of fun.
Absolutely, yeah. It was great. It was great
So how was
watching them.
Dotzo? I was curious, but I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to like distract from anything. But like, how was Dotzo doing up through I was doing around? I heard he messed up in bottom of the well and killed the bubble.
Yeah, so he did that, and he wasted a chew because he failed the damage bomb boost to castle once. So you could see the recurring theme. Like when he went to boat skip, he failed boat skip like 3 times. So it just kept on resetting. He didn't take the death. So he wanted to keep the chew count good, at least for spirit hover. But when he got the spirit hover, he used all his chews and got to the turnaround. But then he did one hover late and got hit by the Gwei, I believe, and then just fell and had to go through spirit. So it was pretty unlucky. Yeah, it was pretty unlucky. Like if he would have just like taken his losses at the first boat skip, just died instead of resetting, and then gotten, if he would have been able to get the boat skip, then I think the race would have been much closer. Especially if we would have gotten spirit hover. Like I mean, it would have been insanely close. But yeah, I mean. Overall, I mean, his movement's great. We've been seeing some pretty cool glitchless strats that you never see in No I Am Wrong Warp.
He does a lot of randomizer
Dotzo just getting the super slide for the double.
He just did the super slide up the
up the castle.
The double kiss. Yeah.
Yo, for like, I know Dotzo doesn't play like a ton. He does a lot of randomizer stuff too, and the fact that he has like a 123 is pretty impressive. So.
Yeah, especially considering his 123 is like 2.5 years old.
Yeah.
I remember that being my personal like goal when I started the category 2 years ago. Like I was like, I want to beat this guy, and he had a 123.11. So.
Do you guys have any questions for me in particular that you'd like to ask?
I just would like to ask specifically. I did see. Didn't look like you went for the Poe. It was the Poe manipulation strat to get into like animation cancel.
Yeah, to get into Dampe.
Yeah.
His grave. Yeah. There's no real reason for it. Like I was saying at the beginning of my run to a couple people that it was just like. People are gonna question why I do things, and there's no reason. It's not because it's faster. It's actually usually slower. I just do it because I've done it that way for years and years. So it's more of like a habit thing than a speed thing. Yeah. So it's definitely faster to get hit by the Poe. I just don't do it because I never have.
I was also wondering, do you always take right side Dampe, or is that just a safety strat for races?
There was a period of time for a couple months where I took left side, and then I got hit by fires. like every time I did left side, and I was like, fuck this, and I went back to right side.
Yeah, that's pretty smart, especially in a race, because each flame is what, like 2 seconds or super close to it. So
Yeah, it's
smart.
close to 2 seconds.
Probably the last question that I have at least was, do you go for the owl skip route in the child section at all?
So in the past, I've done like 1 or 2 runs with it, but I'm not practiced with it, so I just stuck with the route that I'm most familiar with. Plus, like, if you in a race especially, like if you drop that and you mess up your time of day like pretty bad, it's like really bad for races. You know, you have to either push Castle Before Night really close, or just not mess it up. So I just stuck with the safe but slightly slower strat of not doing the owl skips.
Yeah, definitely was smart to be safe rather than sorry. I mean, it worked out well for you because I mean, at that point you were just breezing through the run, dude. Just picking up golds and just every single split after Master Sword was just green, gold, green. Like it was nice. So props to you, man. Very good run. Yeah, your adult was insane. I mean, dude, even your child section though was really solid for a race. I mean, no guard interruption. You didn't mess up on any tricks really, besides like 3 seconds or 2 seconds going up the seam in the courtyard. So I mean that was solid, man. Very good run.
I was
happy
with my gameplay.
Yeah, good stuff.
Should interview dotzo. I'm gonna hop out for now. Probably cut my stream, chill out for a bit. But again, thanks for commentating, guys. I'll probably have to go back and watch the commentary and then cry when I watch myself get rock trolled.
Yeah.
And then
I actually had a question as well. Were you worried at all
go for it,
down
Shadows.
at 0 bombs on that last attempt?
Wait, say that again? What about...
Were you worried at all at that last attempt if you had failed it with the 0 bombs? Did it add any extra nervousness?
Oh, are you talking about Spirit Hover?
No. He's talking about the super slide into Ganon. If you would have failed that,
so
it would have been monkey.
Honestly, I'm really confident with my 2-bump super slides. I've done them for years and years. Like, there's a huge frame window, so I wasn't really worried about missing it. And
except for after Spirit Hover.
Yes, I know. I was just about to address that. That was a fluke. That never happens. Okay, that was like a once in like 500 time that I failed at super slide. Okay, my 2-bump super slide is usually really consistent. And at that point, even if I had failed it, if I had lost another like 30 seconds to fighting Ganon with hookshot, I wouldn't have really cared at that point since I had already died. So it wasn't that big of a deal at that point.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thanks again, Greg, for stopping by and doing the quick interview with us.
Yeah,
and
thank you,
once
guys.
again, great race, man. Great to see you playing so well there. Bringing back memories for me.
Hopefully I can get another run going like that where I don't get destroyed by rocks. But thanks again, guys. I'm going to hop out. Have a fantastic evening. Thanks for the commentary and restream. And I'll see y'all next race with whoever I'm facing. I don't know who it's going to be, but it'll be interesting.
Yep.
Later, guys.
See you later.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming in.
All right, now we got looks like Dotzo joined the channel. So it looks like cleaned up the run 131.46. Anything you want to talk about in particular, Dotzo?
Yeah, that was like I can't even describe everything that's going on right now.
Yes.
I was nervous at the start, so everything started off terribly, but then like the forest failed and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Roundabout, I don't know, boat skip, like tornado sirens started going off.
Oh
So
my god.
I'm
No.
like looking up severe weather issues and radars, and like, okay, apparently it's just a thing that's happening like 30 miles away and it's fine, and now it's like still happening, but there's no warnings active, and it's just like the whole run was just the most stressful thing ever.
Jeez. That's not good. Yeah, that's unfortunate when natural disasters start threatening the area.
Of course, it has to choose right at the
exactly.
one of the most intense tricks to do.
Yeah, that's terrifying though. Like tornado sirens, I've only heard those once, I think, in my entire life. So it's definitely not. Jeez, man. Sorry to hear that. That sucks.
That's all right. I am unpracticed, and I expected to lose more or less. It sounds defeatist, but kind of just how I figured.
Yeah, I did notice though that you were doing pretty good, like especially with a lot of the movement. I saw you employ some pretty cool like glitchless strats that no one ever really sees when they're watching No I'm Wrong Warp. Like the Moblin skip for in Sacred Forest Meadow. That was pretty cool, and that was just one of the couple things that we had seen, just as an example. Also looked like later on the run, your tower climb was really clean.
Yeah, except for the Stalfos, but I was like trying to read tweets about like the sirens going off, so
right, definitely understandable. So I think there was one more thing that I noticed that you did that was really interesting. So I guess this kind of ties in with the whole siren situation, but during boat skip, the first time that you fell down, you chose to reset as opposed to just die and take the damage. Because I believe you had 3 hearts going in, so you would have had like a heart and a half going into the next. Is that right? I'm trying to remember the rest of the run at this point. I'm pretty sure it would have been a heart and a half.
Yeah, it was a chew count issue.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
because
so that's why
I wasted one going to Zelda.
Right, the damage
so
bomb boost.
I would have only had 1 extra.
Right, so you would have only had that one to do Spirit Hover, which would have made it 5 times as scary. Because we all know every chew makes the trick like 5 times easier. So
yeah, much easier.
Gotcha. All right, so I mean, yeah, that pretty much concludes the race. Thanks again for doing that race there, dotzo. It was very entertaining, even despite all the situations that happened during the race and outside the race.
Yeah.
So the question I have to ask, that might be on other viewers' minds, was this your trap game after seeing the announcement this morning about Randomizer 4.0 and the qualifiers coming up?
No, I kind of don't like. Okay, so I'm participating in 3 different tournaments right now. This one, the No IM Rando tournament, and the Accessible Rando tournament. But I have them hierarchy, so
yeah, you're booked, man. That's pretty. That's pretty awesome.
I had to ask. There was mention about how you were running a lot of randomizers recently, so I had to ask.
No, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it did kind of get in the way of practice, but that's all right.
Cool. So I think we're about ready to wrap up here, Magi. Is there anything else that anybody wants to ask or say?
Asking chat if they have any quick questions before we sign off here.
Gotcha.
So were all those tornado sirens still going off during the bongo fight? Notice that you got a 2 cycle in that fight.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Well, still managed to bring it back pretty well, despite a few hiccups.
Yeah, I'm bummed about like literally every trick failing, but that's alright. That's the category, really.
Yeah, yes. So I mentioned that multiple times during the race. Like, this is the category. This is what happens in No I'm Wrong Warp. You think that you're about to get a PB, or you think you're on a good pace run, but something always comes and just kind of like steamrolls you.
And then the glay happens.
Exactly.
All right then. It sounds like all questions have been asked. Both runners are done. Thanks for joining us, Dotzo, here after, even though you had a tough run there, it seems. So
Yeah, thanks
I
for
guess,
having me.
thank you everybody for tuning into ZSR. There will be more matches coming up. Let me see if I can see if we have the next one time wise. There will be one tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Actually, it'll be Bonnaroo versus Princess Birdo.
That's correct.
And that will be here on ZSR unless something changes. You be warned, Trez is going to be here, so you'll all have some fun. And before we go, I was just going to let you all know, let's go, we're going to send you off onto some actual Zelda speedrunning here, rather than some randomizer tonight. Thank you again all for joining us.